A sorority at the University of Wyoming is making history and stirring up controversy after becoming the first sorority on campus to accept a biological male into its organization. Artemis Langford, a biological male who identifies as a woman, as you see on your screen, told the student publication, The Branding Iron, quote, "I feel so glad to be in a place that I think not only shares my values, but to be in a sisterhood of awesome women that want to make history." Newsmax reached out to the chapter, Kappa Kappa Gamma's headquarters, and the student, but did not get a response. We're joined now by Alexa Schwerha, who's been reporting on this story. Gabe Saint is also a student at the University of Wyoming, and they've been following along. So, Alexa, if you could, sort of break down what stands out about this. Again, when you think about traditionally sororities and fraternities, sororities are for women, fraternities are for men. How did a biological male end up in a sorority?
Well, that is the question. But here at the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, we're seeing that this radical transgender movement is consistently lying to women. It's very important to note that it is not progressive, it is not inclusive to force women to give up their sense of safety and security in order to allow men to go and invade their spaces. Policies like this are regressive and they're extremely misogynistic. And this goes beyond simply allowing a biological male into a sorority. We're talking about these same male students now being able to live in sorority housing. We're opening up a doorway for the new college normal to be females living alongside men.
Right, because in a sorority house, you've got members who live together, right? You wake up in the morning, you eat all your meals together, you study at the house together, you live there. And so you go through all the steps of living there. Gabe, since you're at the university and on campus, can you tell me about what the reaction has been like? Again, how did this happen at the University of Wyoming?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know how it happened. It's quite ridiculous. I know a lot of the girls in the sorority are pretty upset about the whole deal. There's a girl in my chapter, and she's been pretty upset. A lot of girls are talking about leaving. The Albany County Republican Party has been receiving concerned citizen emails and calls all around the state. There's a lot of people very, very upset.
Yeah, rightly so. When you go through recruitment, you think that this is a place where you could meet a lot of young women who are focused on their future careers, their studies at school. You build a community. Alexa, could you dive into the details of, how this would have gone through the ranks? When you go through recruitment, again, it's kind of a process, a mutual selection, right? You reach out to the women, they go through Rush, and then they get a bid to the chapter. Was everyone on board with this individual joining?
Yes, that is exactly how sorority recruitment works, mutual selection, and then a vote by the individual chapters to extend a bid to the pledge. So what we're seeing here is that this transgender movement, as I said, is consistently lying to women by putting this idea in their heads that they have to now accept this narrative that men can be women. And this is a very disastrous ideology that is only going to succeed in destroying every aspect of safety and security that women have. What we're watching is the downfall of women's integrity. But it's very hard for women to speak out against these policies because policies like this have the backing of our lawmakers. It has the backing of the White House. Currently, we're watching Title IX be destroyed before our very eyes when the Department of Education is trying to extend it to include gender identity. So more people have to be standing up against this disastrous attack on women.
Well, it comes down to how this chapter decided to vote, right? Clearly, there were enough members who said, yes, let's welcome in this individual. Let's offer them a bid. Reports are coming out that the chapter's bylaws were changed to allow anyone who essentially identifies as a female, could be biological male, but therefore they can participate and could be extended a bid. Artemis clearly getting that invitation there. Gabe, again, you were saying that some of the girls in the house didn't feel comfortable with this decision. Do they feel comfortable speaking out against it?
Yeah, they've been talking to a few reporters around the country and around the state. So they've been talking out. Turning Point USA at our school has been pretty vocal about it. It's a grotesque thing. And, I don't blame them for not feeling comfortable. They shouldn't have to feel comfortable. And so hopefully we can pressure enough people and they get something changed.
Yeah. Alexa, just final thoughts on the matter. Again, do you think this becomes more of a trend? Obviously, we've seen biological men compete in women's sports. Will we see more biological men go through recruitment? Have we seen this recently?
Unless more people stand up and protect and defend women, we are absolutely going to see this trend trickle all across the country, and we already have. As a reporter for the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, I've talked to many women who have been victimized by this radical, disastrous agenda. I've spoken with a former sorority member in Oklahoma who dropped out of her chapter because her concerns about men being able to join the sorority were dismissed. They were brushed to the side. I've spoken with athletes who have lost out on athletic opportunities and scholarships and awards because men are being allowed to consistently invade their spaces. This is a serious problem that we have on our hands in this country, and we need more people having the courage to stand up and oppose it.
Yeah. Wonder if a woman who's an active member of the chapter would be interested in going public with her concerns. Again, it puts them in a difficult position. They don't want to be labeled as being transphobic or homophobic, however way. But it takes a lot of courage to do so if you do feel uncomfortable. Alexa Schwerha and Gabe Saint, thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate you shedding light on this situation. Thanks so much.